Hoi. Hoi, hoi.
Da, 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 da. Ding.
Hi.
Welcome to We're Stupid, as usual. We're being very dumb, as usual.
Wonder if I change the stream quality to better text readability. No,
Mhm.
no, don't want to do that. There you go. Happy. I hope I don't cry.
Happy. We hope Sharky cries a lot.
You know, you shouldn't be rooting for my tears.
Sure, I should.
Why? Why should you be rooting for my tears?
Because that means that it's a good game. And that my recommendation was good.
A quiet room. So quiet, I can't even hear the line.
Sorry, I'm fixing my
Yeah, you're good.
captions from the other day.
Oh, what happened to your
Dot
captions?
dot dot. What happened to the captions was I added mix the other day and then it threw everything off because for some reason everything is linked to each other.
Oh, because you did the
I
copy
have to,
stuff?
I think so.
Yeah.
So I'm fixing it for next time so that I don't suddenly remember next time and go shit.
I awake to find myself lying in a strange bed.
Where am I?
Where are you? That's a good question.
A great question after we got knocked out in an alley before.
Multiple times.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think we left off on getting knocked out just straight up in an alley.
Yeah. I slowly stand, trying to remember what had happened. Then I recall Van Helsing doing something and knocking me out.
Right.
This wakes me up completely. In a panic, I look at the tracking device that Impy had given me. The screen shows that the signal is coming from Tower Bridge. No! Right!
Mm-hmm.
No! We still have to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
I
We're
hate
reaching
this.
the climax, which means everything is tears.
I hate this game. I hate this game. Why are we playing this game? I hate this game.
You like this game.
It's
I
right.
straight up asked you to make sure you like this game.
You must have headed for the location Alistar had mentioned back at the cathedral. I don't know, maybe I lied, because I think I hate this game.
Maybe you shouldn't be so mean.
Well, maybe the game shouldn't be trying to stab me multiple times through the heart.
Shot through the heart.
And
Something,
you're to
something,
blame.
something.
And you're to blame.
I am to blame. What about it?
Why are you making me play a game that is just like stab, 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 stab?
Fun? Not for profit.
I mean, yes, it's not for profit.
Since he donated it, it's not for profit. So
Nothing we do is for profit.
correct. Huh?
Suddenly, the screen flickers for a moment, and the dots are replaced by the words, "Target lost." Target lost? No. No, no, no.
Target lost. Go to Walmart. What does that mean?
Why not giant?
I've never heard of Giant as a replacement. I've heard as Target and Walmart is very similar.
I mean, yeah, they are, but
Isn't Giant like a grocery store?
yeah, yeah. I was like,
Target and Walmart have like electronic sections and book
I
sections
was
and
like, it's a
stuff,
grocery
shoe
store, but it's
sections and
also like,
clothes sections.
yeah,
Like I've never heard of Giant having all those things.
no.
So and like I don't think Giant counts as a substitute for Walmart and Target. I feel like those are the two more comparable ones.
Has something happened to Van Helsing? When the stalk
Yeah, what
crosses,
happened is they found his tracker and shot it.
wouldn't that include shooting himself?
That's what the tracker is. I mean, if he just found the tracking bug on him and threw it on the ground and shot it, no.
Why would he shoot it at that point? Just stomp it.
It's Van Helsing. He shoots things.
When this
He
thought
just keeps
crosses
saying
my
their name.
mind, I'm already running out the door. He's like, bang, bada, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Are you still alive?
Worse. Who do you think I am?
A small child.
Potato.
A potato!
Potato who dropped his hat.
No, the smile hat's gone!
There's no smile hat.
No,
There
not
are
the
no smiles. Only tears.
not the smile hat!
No hat. I suppose that doesn't sound too convincing. Coming from someone who was knocked out in one blow. I didn't think you could shoot me even as you were being knocked through the air. You're strong. Very strong. Van Helsing.
No. What saved me was...
No, I'm not leaving you!
He recalled AC's voice just as he received a massive punch. That was the only thing propelling him. Through the immense pain, he had pulled the trigger, thinking, I can't die, despite himself.
You don't need to explain the reason. I know. ...
The young king smiles weakly. His smile somehow has a sense of clarity and sureness now.
This is the end. Van Helsing. Kill me. I want release. I'm so tired of this. The more I want to kill you, the more I find I can't completely hate you. The more I want to forgive you, the more I can't. Most of all, I just want to be at my mother and father's sides. So please, just end my life.
He begs from the bottom of his heart. I thought I had rid myself of any emotion resembling mercy, but I can't simply toss this aside. I don't even have the right to tell you I'm sorry. Then the least I can do is grant him his wish. A gunshot carries through the night. A nice nicely seasoned potato.
I don't know if any of the gasping came through.
None of it came through.
Oh well, I gasped.
I was like sitting here like either distracted or is reading it and not coming through. Which is it?
It's Discord.
Maybe I'm too late for everything. I try to push aside my anxiety and unease and focus on moving my legs even faster, or ever faster. It feels like all I do is chase after Van Helsing like this.
Say, Van Helsing! And
that is literally all you ever do is chase after Van Helsing and say Van Helsing.
Van Helsing? Van Helsing! Van Helsing!
Van Helsing. Van Helsing.
I never even say Abraham. It's Van Helsing. Van Helsing. Van Helsing!
Well, no, because AZ doesn't ever call him Abraham.
I know. But that's my point, is that Impy's Impy.
Is
Victor's
Alistair
Victor.
the only one who calls him Abraham?
I think so.
Yeah, Impy's Impy.
Victor's Victor.
Victor's Victor. I mean, Lupin.
Lupin is Lupin, but half of that is because Lupin calls himself Lupin all the time.
Yeah.
He's like, I am the great Lupin and everything.
I run and run. I can never catch up to him, but I won't
Saint
stop.
Germain doesn't have a first name. His first name's just Saint. So...
He discarded his first name for the saint.
He's just like, saints don't have first names.
Not true.
But I mean, literally, he has no...
Yeah, he has no first name. Because Saint Germain is just Saint Germain, yeah.
His Saint Germain is just his full name.
Yeah.
We just call him by his full name every time, actually.
I've made up my mind to grab onto his hand before he sinks into the darkness forever. Ah, Soren Riku! Got it! Right? This is just Soren Riku dialogue.
No. Because we're not killing women here the way Nomura likes to. We're not, there's no women at stake here in the process.
I run as fast as I can to Tower Bridge.
Wait, let me take that back. I suppose, he did kill Van Helsing's mom.
Yeah? Yeah.
But that's like, and brother, at least. It wasn't just the mom.
The usual crowds are nowhere to be seen, but there are awful marks all over. I don't see Van Helsing anywhere, but...
Ellie?
I find Deli lying on the ground. I run over to him in a panic.
Ellie, you're hurt!
I'm so glad I didn't read that. I ran over to him in a picnic.
Voice. It's you. What are you doing here? And you're so terribly wounded! Don't concern yourself with me. The one you need to be worried about is him.
And click the soundboard?
What?
Could he be talking about Van Helsing?
He is truly a cruel man. He left without granting me my wish. Ellie, you're crying. I am not.
It's okay to cry.
It is okay to cry. He left to settle his score with Alistair. He truly intends to see his revenge carried out to the end this time. AC, go after Van Helsing as quickly as you can. Alistair's true objective isn't to overturn the government or throw London into chaos. All he wants is Abraham Van Helsing.
Hey! Deli called him, or Deli used his first name.
Well, he used the full name.
Yeah.
And he's not addressing Van Helsing.
That's true.
Even when he talks to Van Helsing, it's Van Helsing. Van Helsing.
Van Helsing! Van Helsing! Van Helsing! Van Helsing! Van Helsing!
I think Alistair is the only one who called
Yeah.
Abraham.
Which makes sense.
I don't understand. Neither do I completely. I was only half listening to him babble as I was in and out of consciousness. But I remember clearly that feeling of indescribable dread if I was listening. Dot, dot, dot.
I don't understand why, but Deli just told me... what Deli just told me was so vague, with no hard proof. But it gives me an immensely bad feeling.
Alistair should have circled back to the cathedral by now. Van Helsing should be there as well. Don't mind me. Just go. Your voice is the only one that can reach him. In his heart, he probably... Yes, I'll stop him.
I promised Deli before he can complete his thought. I say it with as much strength as I can muster, so the boy can rest easily.
You probably don't need me meddling.
Unfazed by my determination, Deli just gives me a slight smile. He's completely worn out, but his smile is very kind all the same.
I have one message for him. I'm done with revenge. His and mine. Both of them. I won't allow him to die. Tell him he has to live, for the sake of all the lives he took from my brethren.
My breath catches in my throat. How much did Deli struggle to finally arrive at this decision?
All right. I'm tired. Let me sleep for a while. Yes. Thank you.
As soon as I respond, he falls asleep, weeping softly. There's a peacefulness in his sleeping face that had never been there before.
Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Deli.
There's so many sandwich jokes my brain wants to make but can't formulate.
Are you busy crying?
No! I'm not crying yet! Stop it! I wipe the tears from my face and look up.
Have to go.
St. Paul's Cathedral. See? First name! Saints have first names!
So is Jermaine his first name? Did he discard his last name? But they, in any case, they do Saint Dash Jermaine too.
Yeah. That's where Van Helsing and Alistair and I will finally bring an end to all of this. After we go back in time and relive this.
We just have to hit the normal end first, you know?
And hopefully we can skip a lot.
Yeah.
Van Helsing walks alone through the cathedral, its interior lit a dim blue. He stops when he hears clapping. Alistair sassy clapping.
Clap, 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 clap.
Ahead, he sees his teacher, his brother in arms, and the man who took everything from him. Just as I expected. Congratulations on making it this far, Abraham. Jimmy, I've come to kill you. Ah, yes. I've been waiting for you too, but those eyes... Did you not kill the vampire boy? I'm extremely disappointed in you, Abraham Van Helsing. Are you sure Are you still not ready to come over to this side? The dark side? Where we have the cookies?
These are a lie.
The cookies are a lie? No!
Does this man look like he bakes cookies? No, he invokes PTSD into some random chef to bake the cookies.
Ah, yes. Murder cookies.
Yeah, exactly. He just hypnotizes people with the PTSD into doing whatever the fuck. He doesn't do shit for himself.
I suppose I'll need to make one final move. You need to stop speaking nonsense. There's no way for you to escape. I'll give you a proper send-off, worthy of the pile of bodies you've built. The resentment in his voice is so strong that he barely sounds human anymore. ... Alistair seems unmoved, even by the fierce, murderous intensity Van Helsing gives off. Just feel the murder vibes.
The murder vibrations.
Yes!
That's how he feels them, is they're vibrating.
Exactly! How else would he feel them?
Yeah.
To the contrary. It seems that the key I needed has made its way here on its own. What? Alistair directs his attention to something behind Van Helsing. Without letting down his guard, Van Helsing turns around to find... Why? It's her. It's the full body art. Or not the full body art, but...
It's always her.
It's always her.
It's the sprite.
EC is standing there. Now to swap perspectives.
Yep.
Why? By the time I rush to them, Van Helsing and Alistair have already confronted each other. They've only briefly talked, but they've confronted each other nonetheless.
Like 20 seconds.
Like, she really caught up quickly.
Yeah, well, Van Helsing was murder walking to
the
cathedral.
The murder, not speed walk.
He was doing the Sims creepy walk to the cathedral. Alistair also did the Sims creepy walk, but he had a head start.
He had a decent head start.
He had a head start because he sicked Deli on Van Helsing.
He sicked a child.
Yeah. A PTSD child.
A PTSD child.
That he manipulated. And then Van Helsing did the creepy walk because he's like, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. And then AC was like, Van Helsing, run.
I should be so happy that I finally caught up with him. Boop.
Van Helsing.
I'm glad you did it right after the boop.
Yep.
Oh, I need to stop laughing. Woo.
Very serious scene. Very serious.
Versers.
Very serious.
Faced with the confusion in the scene before me, all I can do is weakly call out his name. Probably because I'm gasping for air from running so far.
Helsing, how far is St. Paul's Cathedral from the Tower Bridge?
Let's
find out.
Let's find out to the Google.
You read your line.
Okay. Don't say it. I can't turn back. My life has been a series of blood and gunfire leading up to this exact moment. If I don't get my revenge now, all of it will have been a waste.
You're wrong!
I shout before I can stop myself.
It's 1.7 miles.
Oh, it's not actually that far.
It's not that bad, but if you're running nonstop for 1.7 miles, I could also see you being quite tired.
Oh, quite winded.
Yeah. But yes, it's a 9-minute drive, 1.7 miles.
Okay. But
we also know
But she
that
also had to run from the bed
Actually-
that she was in to Tower Bridge.
Yeah. Well, she paused for a sec to talk with Deli, right?
Yeah.
So we also, the funny thing is that she's like gasping and gasping here, right? But we know she actually doesn't get tired that way.
Yeah, that's true. I was about to ask, like, wait, does she, like...
Canonically, we know earlier. She just goes up the steps and up the steps and up the steps and up the steps and she's fine. And Victor's like, what is wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
It's not like Victor's that out of shape. He's just surrounded by people with superhuman
I was about to say,
abilities.
he's just the nerd in the middle of superhuman abilities.
Like, Impy has the vampire stuff going for him. Van Helsing is Van Helsing.
Lupin's Lupin.
Yeah, he has to be an excellent getaway artist.
Yeah,
so he's
exactly.
got great physical stamina.
And
AC's AC.
And Saint Germain is
got
question
homunculus
marks.
body. There's a lot of question marks for Saint Germain. We'll not have those answered until those are out.
Yeah, I assume that. But, like, literally, Victor is just the nerd in the center of that.
Yeah. Like, he's also decently physically fit. He's been on the run before we met him, and he was, like, running around. So, like, it's not like he's just super out of shape. It's just everyone else has freakishly, like, great quality.
Oh, no, you're robot-y.
Am I back? Am I
You,
still a robot?
yeah, you're still robot.
That's not true. It won't be a waste.
No! No! Stupid Discord.
No, she's not a robot. She's a doll.
She's a
Very
homunculus.
similar.
How would you know?
It's a science doll. You just have no response for that.
Oh, I can, like, there are sometimes it's hard to understand, because you're, like, very robot-y.
Oh. I said she's a science doll.
I mean, yeah. An alchemy doll.
Can I... Is there anything I can do to be less body?
Maybe try leaving the call and coming back for a second? Or restarting Discord?
I'll drop and come back. Sure. Hello?
Hello?
Robot now?
Sorry, say that one more time.
Am I less robot now?
No. Apparently, Discord was like, you guys aren't allowed to finish.
They're like tears forever, actually.
It could just be your internet being poop.
Could be. Certainly could be.
Cries in internet.
Cry, 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 cry.
Oh, hey, Mediton's here!
Hello. I am a star. Look at my legs.
Guess we'll just continue with Robot Satan. With the Robo Satan.
Ellie has a message for you. He said he's done with revenge. Oh god, that's so robotic.
Oh, you're hearing it?
I unmuted for a sec, just to hear what it
Yeah,
sounds like.
it's
That's so bad.
extremely
Oh,
robotic,
that's so bad.
which is why I'm like,
Let me restart Discord.
Well, hi, chat. How you doing, chat? Hope you're having a good weekend. Hope you're having fun. Do 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 Hello?
Hello, robot.
Oh, wow! You're not a robot.
Wow.
Well, okay, I take that back.
Oh no.
You're like tiny robot.
Oh no.
Like, not nearly as bad.
No.
So you're pretty good in comparison.
I'm just waiting for the. Oh.
You're just waiting for.
I was waiting for the thing to catch up. It's not nearly as bad. It's still a little bit there.
Oh yeah, it came back a little bit worse. I think your internet's just a pile of poop.
What if it's your internet?
It could be my gigabit internet is poop, yes.
You say that like you don't believe that your internet could be poop.
It could also just be whatever. Like, I tried moving what like location we're bumping off of. It could be just something Discord between us.
Hi.
It's so hard to
Let me just see. Yeah, no, I think it's my internet.
Oh, why?
Because I tried opening some like grocery delivery website on my phone as a test, and it took a bit
Oh,
for the
okay.
page to load. Yeah, I was just testing it on my phone.
Yeah.
Which granted my phone is the Wi-Fi, and I think some of the walls in my apartment don't the Wi-Fi through super
Oh,
well.
you're actually sounding fine right now.
Okay, great. His own revenge and yours too. He wants you to end it.
You opening up a thing on your phone fixed it. Hilarious.
He won't allow you to die. He said you need to live on for the sake of his people that you killed. That's what he said. So your life won't go to waste. You have an option to live. To take a path other than revenge.
How cruel of him. It would have been so much easier if he had just told me to die.
Yeah, well, he also thinks that you're cruel because it would have been so much easier if
For
you
him
killed them.
to die. Yeah. Both of them, both of them are just like, you're so cruel to me.
Yeah. That's like when I tell you to fix your resume and you're like, stop being mean to me.
Never mind. There's nothing that can be done. Boop.
Van Helsing?
Doesn't matter who else forgives me. I will never forgive myself. So, please stop chasing after me. Please stop making this difficult. Just go away. I can't look at you anymore. He completely rejects me. My chest tightens and tears run down my cheeks unbidden. Claps? I didn't expect to see such pointless melodrama unfolding here. Would you like me to make her go away? Boop!
So the boop after?
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Well, that's a separate problem.
Which is why I did the boop. Because I didn't hear it, and I'm like, boop for line. Oh.
There should just be a soundboard for the gasp so it doesn't get eaten.
Nom 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 nom. That's right. This is no time to weep. I wipe my tears and carefully watch Alistair's movements. For someone who has been cornered, you're quite confident. No, you're wrong. You couldn't be more wrong, Abraham. What? Alistair smiles as if he could care about nothing less than the gun pointed at him. He looks at us with a gentle smile as if he is simply admonishing an ignorant child. However...
Van Helsing.
His kindly demeanor is terrifying to me for some reason I can't explain. Think about it. Did you think I, of all people, would stand before someone who is obviously stronger than me without a plan? I've had a few miscalculations, but my plan is about to reach its final stage, and nothing will stop it. Van Helsing looks at him with suspicion, unnerved by Alistair's nonchalance. Did you set some grand trap for us? A trap? No. I think gospel would be a better term for it. Oh my gosh. Don't you move. I'm warning you. I can blow your head off with a single movement of my finger. There's no need to be scared. Let me tell you a very special story.
Story time with Alistair.
Oh, yes. What everybody wanted.
Oh no.
He pays no attention to Van Helsing's warning and begins to speak very plainly. Abraham, didn't you ever consider that your own strength was a bit unusual? His words are completely unexpected. What are you talking about? You're just trying to buy time, it's no use. Van Helsing is right. Alistair's talking about something that has no bearing with anything that's been happening right now. What are you talking about? It has everything that's... However, he pays no mind and continues to speak. The strength to overpower a vampire? Even though you're a merely human? You are merely human? You're far stronger than any ordinary man. What makes you the human weapon? Have you ever thought about why you're called that? That's enough. Did you ever consider that perhaps you literally are a weapon created by someone else? I said shut up! I don't want to hear anymore. That's what Van Helsing seems to be saying. Here's a question, Abraham. When did you acquire such immense powers? Was it during the military entrance exam? No. Though you had some rare talent then, it was still within the realm of humanity. That awful premonition I had earlier.
Maybe.
It's about to come true right before me. Think hard about it. When did you first have such powers? Did you? Alistair, you... Did you? You used hidden strength on me? I mean, that's what I was thinking throughout this entire route. After they're like, hidden strength, here's what it is. I'm like, oh no.
They've kind of been dropping hints literally everywhere, and then they flashed his eyes
Then
red.
they flash his eyes, and I'm like, oh no, 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 no. I didn't
It was
like
sort
it.
of like, well, if you missed all of the hints that we dropped
Yeah.
along the way, there's like a big ass red flag in the form of red eyes.
Yeah. And which is why I'm like, I don't like those eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like those eyes. I don't like that meaning. I mean, I understand, but like, no. It's the worst.
Alright, what's your prediction for the rest of the story? Keeping in mind, I think we're currently on the normal end.
I'm gonna cry. It's the worst we could have imagined. Congratulations.
Right, because this is the normal end. You're gonna cry, and then you're gonna have to do it a second time.
You guessed correctly. You're exactly right.
No!
I operated on you gradually over a prolonged period of time. I used the vampire war to inflict the mental trauma required by hidden strength on you. Wow!
Yes?
Oh, orchestrating your revenge against Finis was part of the procedure. Alistair also brings up the incidents with Jack the Ripper and Nointote. You needed to confront your past through countless battles with strong opponents. The Hazoth cases were merely sideshows to polish you into a finished piece.
How could you?
He kind of sounds like an artist being like, oh yes, I'm gonna finish my masterpiece right here with one stroke of the brush.
Isn't that kind of what he's been saying?
Yeah. Why? Why did you do it? Why would you go to such lengths to give me power? Ah, my objective wasn't just to bring out power within you, Abraham. I see you as a work of art.
There you go.
Art? It's the beauty of humanity. The beauty that can be seen for the first time when in the midst of fear and chaos. You are the greatest and most powerful work of art that has ever been created, established using those terrible emotions. It's said that artists would sell their souls to the devil in order to obtain the ability to create works of amazing beauty. I'm the same way, Van Helsing. You will finally be completed here tonight.
Excuse me, Alistair. I don't remember ever receiving your soul, actually. Hey,
No! Could he really have? Did you really? You took everything away from me. For such a pointless reason!
Wait,
I can see him getting angrier, and at the same time his trigger finger tenses. I'm going to be too late. I close my eyes in anticipation of the tragedy about to take place.
Soundboard.
But the sound I was expecting does not occur. I open my eyes to say, hmm?
You also can get the soundboard.
He stands in the same position as before, an expression of agony on his face. But he hasn't pulled the trigger yet. Van Helsing's arm trembles, and it's as if he doesn't know where to aim his gun. You can't seem to carry out the threats you're making. Why? Oh, excuse me.
Alistair just burps in the middle of his line.
I'm
He's making a very dramatic statement. He's just like burped.
I am sorry about that. Oh.
It's fine. It's fine. Alistair just burped in the middle of his very dramatic statement. It happens.
Why don't you shoot me? Just pull the trigger. That's all.
Damn you.
You did something to me. That's right. You can't harm me. The years of conditioning I've done to you have brainwashed you and are preventing you from carrying out certain actions. Grr.
I will.
Oh, jeez!
AC was like, I could murder you.
Ha ha! Rips off a glove. Punches in face. No, stop it! I don't think he has a chance of beating Alistair. The man taught Van Helsing all he knows. But I can at least try to stop him from saying anything more. A heavy blow strikes me from behind. I fall to the ground before I can even register what has happened. AC! Something swings down next to my face as I lie on the ground. I look at it closely and see that it's the end of Alistair's cane.
Ugh. Discord, why?
Ugh. There's no need to rush to the end of your life. I'm not the one who's going to kill you.
I grin. And the snake. Hello. Hello. I am a snake that has like a beard for some reason. And a mustache. Actually, mostly a mustache.
Mostly
I
a
guess.
mustache, yeah.
Hello, I am a snake that has a mustache for some reason. Probably because my owner has a mustache, I guess. Hi. Hello. What?
I'd like to see you put your life on the line and put on an excellent show for me, AC.
What do you mean?
Alistair, stop! If you lay one finger on her, I swear, I'll...
Literally just take your glove off, AC.
Literally just take your glove off and
The
grab
gloves
his...
are coming off.
And then grab his
Literally.
arm or something.
I first take your hand and melt the cane. So that he can't just jab the cane through you.
Behold, I make all things new. An eerie beating resounds in the silence. At the same time... Van Helsing suddenly cries out in pain, clutching his head. Boop.
Van Helsing?
It is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. My head. Alistair, what are you? I don't know what's happening to Van Helsing, but I can tell that the strange way Alistair is quoting the Bible is causing Van Helsing pain. Boop.
Bible quotes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. He's directly coding God, actually.
Well, that figures. He has a god complex. And I don't imagine that the Bible includes anyone else being that, like, self-aggrandizing.
I'm actually curious what quote that is. Hold on.
So I would love if you could explain to me if there are, in fact, any others that are that self-aggrandizing in the Bible. Please tell me.
Oh, I should know that quote.
Yeah?
It's Revelations.
Was that the one about doomsday and shit?
Yes.
That figures.
It is actually the quote close to the end of Revelations 22, but like after it's actually the end after the world's all been destroyed and remade and all that stuff.
God complex.
Ba ba ba.
Ba, 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 ba,
Yep.
ba, 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 ba.
I don't think you read your boop line.
Van Helsing!
Thank you. I will be his god, and he shall be my son. Now that's not from Revelations 22.
In conclusion, we should get rid of the Bible to save Van Helsing. Can't quote the Bible if there is no Bible.
Yeah, but at that point, you just make different trigger words for it. Like, make it Alice in Wonderland or something.
Please, is there anything this self-aggrandizing in Alice in Wonderland? Please tell me.
Probably the Queen of Hearts.
I feel like the Queen of Hearts is less self-aggrandizing and more just off with his head! Off with your head! Off with your head!
Now, we shall conduct the final movement of our symphony together, Abraham.
Great CG, though.
Oh, it was wonderful CG. My throat.
Alright, we're just gonna have to do this all over again.
Hopefully I can skip some of it, though. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, 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 dot. There's a throat-splitting scream. Yeah, I did that.
Your throat was indeed split.
Oh, yeah, it was indeed split. I hope everyone enjoyed their ear-bursting scream. That I tried to do away from the mic, mostly.
Uh-huh. It didn't have the same effect, but you know, it's fine.
Well, okay, I don't want to be, like, super close to the mic and just start screaming.
What?
I
You
don't-
should definitely lean in right against the mic for that.
Oh, yeah, you want me to be, like, this close to the mic, like, literally an inch and just start screaming at the top of my lungs?
Yeah, you totally should do that.
Then complete silence. Dot, dot, dot. Van Helsing clutches his head, looking down and unmoving. He's as still as a rock.
Van Helsing?
I keep my distance from Alistair and call out to Van Helsing in a feeble voice.
Van Helsing? Seriously, soundboard.
That's like the running joke
Of this route?
Of this
Absolutely.
route. Soundboard.
I just said Van Helsing twice.
I think it was more than twice.
Yeah, but 2 in a row.
Yeah, yeah. He does react slightly. He's still breathing and he appears to be conscious. I sigh, then reach out my hand to touch him. I black out for a moment. I tumble to the floor heavily, and extreme pain forces me back to wakefulness. It's at this point that I realize that I've been attacked by something, but...
Why?
I'm filled with confusion. The person who attacked me was... Red Eyes Van Helsing!
Red Eyes Black Coat Dragon.
I'm glad you, like, leaned in further to the joke that I wanted to make.
He's wearing black, okay?
Yes, he is.
Van Helsing, why? ... Why do you think AC?
PTSD!
And hypnosis.
And hypnosis. He doesn't respond to my question. I look up at his eyes and see that they are disturbingly clouded. He doesn't even seem to see me right in front of him. Can only think of one cause. Oh, that was nice.
Alistair, you...
That was a nice little pan over.
Yes?
I give him a desperate glare, but Alistair simply continues smiling, unmoved.
Wait, can you hide the text box for a sec? Yeah. That could almost be a CG.
Oh, yeah. And it's a nice little just.
Yeah, nice arrangement.
Yeah. I hate this game, but it's a good game, but I hate this game.
You like this game.
I hate this game.
You like this game a lot.
Even worse.
And we have 3 routes to go after this.
It's just I flippin' hate this game. Listen to me, Abraham. The girl lying before you is the object of your revenge. He begins to push Van Helsing even further.
What?
The one who made you kill the vampires. The one who brutally murdered your family. It was all her. There's no way any sane person would believe that I performed any of these ridiculous accusations. But...
You brainwashed him with hidden strength to make him want to kill me? Yes, thank you, AC, for stating the obvious.
Stating the obvious that was, like, explained 10 minutes ago.
Uh-huh.
When Alistair's like, oh no, you're not going to be killing... I'm not the one going to die.
20 seconds ago.
No, well, not with us.
Well, not with us, but I mean in game time, that was
Yeah,
like 20 seconds ago.
In game time, but like in real life time, no, that was like 20 minutes ago.
Well, yeah.
Killing the one you love most with your own 2 hands. All the blood and fighting. The demon born from within the billowing smoke. That is true human beauty.
Alistair, how far are you going to push Van Helsing?
To murder you. And then probably farther.
Well, this is probably the pinnacle of how he's going to push him. The question after that becomes how he's going to use him.
Don't talk.
Ugh.
Oh, ugh. Van Helsing's foot comes down hard on me without any mercy. My entire body's racked with pain in response to superhuman power in his stomp.
Van Helsing, didn't you hear him? Killing with your own 2 hands, not your feet.
Well then, he seems to be getting the hang of this. One of the options available now is to put an end to things. AC, I'll give you a choice. But we already had the choice! I'll order Van Helsing not to resist it. If you can kill him, then I'll let you live. How about it? You can put an end to my scheme that way too. I think this would be a wonderful opportunity for you.
You're lying! You don't have any intention of letting me live. You're trying to get me to resist, then have Van Helsing shoot me. Yeah. But you know, Van Helsing almost shot you like 20 times. I don't know, like 2 hours ago, AC. He kind of unloaded like a whole magazine and more into destroying the wall around you before knocking you out and leaving you in some random house.
Yeah.
That would make things even more traumatic for him. Am I right?
Trauma.
Not going to follow your orders. Van Helsing and I aren't your tools.
Well, yes, he is my tool now. Alistair kicks me viciously in the stomach.
Ah!
It's quite sad that I have to raise my hand against a woman.
You also just moved your feet.
It's an expression!
Yeah? Adjust the expression.
Abraham, blow off her legs. That might change her mind. Alistair turns his back on us, leaving the executioner's duty to Van Helsing. ... Van Helsing silently places his finger on the trigger of his gun.
Wake up! Van Helsing! Had to get one more Van Helsing in there real quick. I don't want to see you like this! ...
No, two more!
Van Helsing!
His foot, still pressing down on me, lets up ever so slightly. I use all my remaining strength to escape from under him and scramble to my feet, heading for... Oh?
Don't move, Alistair.
The source of all this evil, Alistair, stands before me. I take my glove off of my hand and lightly press it to his neck. Oh, jeez! That would, of course, mean... Well, using your poison as a weapon, I see.
Alistair, free Van Helsing from the hidden strength control that you've put him under.
I'm afraid I can't.
Take it off of him! Alistair! It's like a shirt, right?
Just rip the shirt off of him!
Yeah!
I press my fingers against his neck even harder. Unfortunately for you, my sense of pain has been deadened. You can't threaten me with pain.
How about with beheading? If you leave the poison going against his neck...
Oh, yeah.
Like, more than pain, you're kind of gonna literally lose your head. Your neck is gonna melt away.
Yeah.
That's kind of...
the point.
That should be the bigger issue here.
You would
than
think.
pain.
You would think.
I don't intend to make you hurt. If you don't do as I say, I'll kill you!
Van Helsing isn't doing anything other than watch us, his gun lowered. He is unable to shoot when there is a chance that he might hit Alistair. Even if he does try to act, I'll melt through the man's neck before he can go through with it.
Serious, if you don't give in, I'll kill you right here! ...
Alistair remains as composed as ever, even worse. That might not be such a bad thing.
What? You're insane. Why would you accept your death so easily?
Because you're right, AC. Long ago, my family was also murdered by a ruthless killer. My entire family was butchered in front of me. Ah, memories. And I cried. Not over the deaths of my parents, no. I was moved to tears by the beauty of the utter terror and despair and death. Since then, I've learned to love the ending of a human life. I've killed many, striving to recreate that beauty. The peace in Alistair's voice gives me chills.
Mad.
Oh, yes, I'm quite insane. Not one person understands me. I've confronted the most psychotic killers. They all trembled in fear when they saw a glimpse of my inner darkness. I was always alone in this world. Oh, I've been lonely. I always waited for someone to understand. Someone who had fallen so far that they could appreciate the darkness within me.
Wait.
That... Hmm?
Not within, with.
Man. That is what he is to me.
Stop!
I could wait no longer, so I created a kindred spirit. One with greater darkness. One more monstrous than even myself.
Stop! Don't look at him like that. Don't talk about him that way. Van Helsing's not like you. He's...
My arm tenses up as I shout in desperation. The flesh of Alistair's neck continues to melt away beneath my fingers. But he pays no mind. I'm not alone anymore. As long as I know that, death holds no fear in my heart. He looks to his masterpiece, Van Helsing, with kind, adoring eyes. We shall create your rebirth with my own blood, Abraham Van Helsing.
You really have to read properly some of these lines.
I was reading them.
You missed another word for a
What?
completely different word.
What word?
You said create instead of celebrate.
Whatever.
They're different words.
Whatever.
They're different words.
Who cares?
Me.
Meh, meh, meh.
What?
I never claimed I could read.
Yeah, but we read with silly voices on here, so
Well, I
it's
never.
kind of in the concept.
Well, I never claimed to be able to read. You just assumed.
With a lot of factual evidence.
Assumed. There's a quiet sound.
Tut, tut, tut.
For a moment, I can't understand what has just happened.
Alistair?
The cathedral's marble floor has been tainted by the red of Alistair's blood. A dagger, previously hidden up his sleeve and appearing as if my magic now lodges in his chest.
See, now you can read correctly.
Now, my masterpiece, my friend in the abyss, step over my blood and go forth on a new path. Alistair lurches to one side. Shocked by this recent turn, my grip on his neck loosens. Bleeding from the neck and chest, he coughs up blood. All he wanted was to complete Van Helsing and create a truly kindred spirit who would understand him. Abraham, it's time for my final order. Kill this girl. Get your revenge. Only then will my loneliness come to an end. You will understand me completely. Bleh.
Really not how any of this works.
Are you sure?
If I inflict enough PTSD on other people, then those people will be as sociopathic or psychopathic. I always get them mixed up.
Rip.
Hi,
Malik.
Malik.
Thanks for the rips.
I have to not pay respects because we don't respect Alistair in this house.
I think it's sociopathic.
I think sociopathic was not understand or not having the emotions, and psychopathic was like
I don't remember.
I'm gonna double change.
Alistair,
Or double check.
Alistair falls to his knees, then raises his arms towards the heavens. As he basks in the light that falls on him from above, it's almost as if he is receiving a blessing from God. That makes me feel...
It's a psychopath doesn't have a conscience at all. A sociopath typically has a conscience, but it's weak. They have a lack of empathy both, but sociopaths have like a little bit more of a sense of like
Okay.
guilt, I guess. They might do it anyway.
Yeah, they might do it anyway.
They might feel a little bad about it or something. But not out of like empathy, I guess, just knowing that technically it's wrong.
Yeah.
Whereas I guess psychopaths do not at all. Not to add to the like, oh, they're always violent or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, in this case, but like I don't think inflicting PTSD on people means that they become psychopaths with you. Actually, I don't think that's how that works.
I don't think that's how it works. No.
Alistair. Also, I don't know why the game is like, all he wanted was someone to understand him. Like, okay, but he did a lot of terrible things along the way. That's not...
Explanation, not excuse.
Cool motive, still murder.
Cool motive, still murder.
Except it's not that cool of a motive either.
No, it's not.
Shitty motive, also still murder.
Azoth, the criminal mastermind who plunged London into chaos, dies quietly on the bloody floor. Can't explain why, but the way he met his death makes me so sad. The man sacrificed so many lives and made Van Helsing suffer. ...
Helsing.
You... If it wasn't for you... My family. People who showed me nothing but kindness. Didn't have to. I lost everything. He flails at me with slow, sloppy swings, unlike any of his usual attack techniques. I duck under his arm and deliver a sharp blow squarely to his chin, then slam Van Helsing against the column. But he is unfazed by these injuries and viciously grabs me by the throat. He does this with such force that it lifts me off the ground. Hidden strength draws on a person's fears and anxieties to bring out their potential and their strength. What unbearable nightmares in Van Helsing's past is he trapped in?
All of them.
All of them.
They've kind of been telling us exactly what the nightmares are, actually.
And they aren't before Christmas.
I don't know what time of year this happens in. Maybe it's before Christmas. Probably. After Christmas is only like 7 days. Though this might also be before Halloween, so you know.
Yeah. ... Knowing this, there's only one thing I can do for him now. Wait. How did she have a glove still on?
Wait. She took the time to put them back on.
Wait, no, that doesn't make sense.
Do you think that the writers and artists perfectly coordinated?
No, I know for a fact they didn't.
Clearly.
Become that enemy that he wants to see dead in order to fulfill his need for revenge. Come to terms with what is about to happen to me, and I quietly ask him,
Van Helsing, do you hate me? Also, I mean, he's not against a pillar anymore.
No, he's not.
Suddenly. Even though she was supposed to have cornered him and pressed her arm against his neck, against the pillar and all. He's no longer against a pillar. So, you know.
Cool
Really, the
CG,
writers
though.
and artists were like, yeah, cool CG.
More than anything,
Will you kill me?
your only purpose is to die by my hand. All the pain and suffering I've ever felt will make you feel it tenfold. We'll carve it into your body as an everlasting mark.
Wow, so dramatic.
His eyes pierce me like arrows. If this had happened back when I first met him, I probably would have been too terrified to move or speak. But this is now.
That will help you.
I'm not the same person I was back then. I don't fear him,
Then shoot me.
because I love him. I want to do everything in my power to help him.
It's going to save you. Do what you need to.
I grab the gun in his other hand. He's already pointing it at me. But I bring it up to my heart and hold it there. As Van Helsing
Your
jams...
heart that doesn't beat.
As Van Helsing jams the gun into my chest, the emotion in his voice only grows. I must kill. I must kill you. This hate, these sins. Ah, his subtly distorted eyes. Seeing them, I come to a realization. It's not my death he needs. Not really.
You want forgiveness, Van Helsing.
Remember Elaine, lying in the dark cave? The nightmares from the back of my mind. He's probably reliving every time he took the lives of the vampires. And all those precious lives that he could not save. Those who died because of him, he's probably reliving them over and over again.
You say you have no right to happiness. But that's what you want. You want to be happy again, more than anything else, don't you?
Shut up!
Ugh.
He shoves the gun into my chest even harder, causing me to scream softly. I don't need happiness. I can never be forgiven. For the sake of those whose lives I took. For those who lost their lives. My life will forever be one of blood and pain. That's why I have to kill you. The tears running down his cheeks. How much pain and suffering do they hold? I can feel his grip on the gun trembling.
You're always suffering for the sake of others.
What are you saying?
Van Helsing, if it means releasing you from that suffering, turn all your anger and hatred against me, right now. Kill me.
Hmm?
It's alright. You'll overcome Alistair's curse. I know you're a kind and decent man. And if this is what it takes for you to move on, to keep living, then just kill me.
Ah! Ah! Not what I was expecting. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. There's no pain. I can breathe too. I'm alive? Dot dot dot. The man who was supposed to kill me has released his gun and clutches his head. Still in pain, he staggers away from me.
Van Helsing?
At the sound of my voice, he seems to lose all his strength. He slowly tumbles to the ground. Dot dot dot. AC? Could it be? Are the effects of hidden strength wearing off? I rush over to him and get a good look at his face. Though red-eyed and streaked with tears, I can see that his face wears its usual, slightly annoyed expression.
Helsing, I'm right here. I'm right in front of you.
Ah, right. You've been here all along.
Yes.
Then I was about to make another grave mistake. I would cause my own ruin. Van Helsing's arm moves quickly as he grabs something from the ground. The moment I realize what it is...
Van Helsing?
The crap you putting me through!
You like to cry.
Gonna need some more rips, apparently! Why? Why would he?
Van Helsing!
I look him over once more and take in the growing bloodstain spreading across his chest. The object he picked up was a dagger belonging to a Twilight soldier, which he had plunged into his own chest.
Why? Why would you do this?
Finally. I can hear your voice clearly. AC, you're alive. I was able to hold back from killing you.
I'm alive. I'm alive, Van Helsing. But why did you do this? You should have killed me. If it meant you would find peace.
I thought the same. With my body overtaken by hidden strength, I would have eventually killed you. This is the best option to protect you.
No! Don't close your eyes! Wake up, Van Helsing! Wait, right here! I'm gonna call Victor and everybody else over in the time before cell phones. If Victor can take a look at you, you'll be alright! So... can't we go home together? Back to the mansion. Let's tell everyone that we've come home! Dahlia was worried about you too. That's right, and you can make dinner for us tonight as a punishment for making us so worried about you. And what else?
All I do is make you sad.
If that's how you feel, make it up to me. Don't cry anymore. Van Helsing, stay by my side!
What a handful. You were being so bold up until a moment ago. Now here you are, crying to get your way like a child. But that's a part of who you are. Part of who I love. ...
Van Helsing? Van Helsing!
I call out to him and shake his shoulder, but he doesn't respond. My prayers and pleading don't wake him. Van Helsing, with a somehow satisfied expression, has just taken his last breath. I can't form any words. The emotion filling my heart overflows, spilling out of my eyes in the form of tears of misery and sorrow. I pay no attention to the tears dripping from my eyes as I hug Van Helsing's lifeless body as tightly as I can. I let out a wail of lament, hoping that at least that might reach him. You know, the game didn't get me. until you started voicing with such emotion that my eyes were like, no, you must cry. Oh.
This scene, okay.
You did a really good
That
job.
whole scene. Oh, thanks.
You did. Oh my gosh, that hit hard.
I love this game. It makes me
Oh
cry.
my gosh.
I have tears right now.
So do I.
Come in.
And I was voicing the dying person.
And I was voicing the person yelling at him, "Don't fucking die!" How are you feeling? Right? My chest still feels a little tight. I see. Yeah.
I see, you see, we all see, AC.
Crying. Thank you for looking out for me, Deli. When our situations were reversed, you brought me food. That's all. Thank you anyway. There's no need to thank me.
Shut up, potato, and take it. It's been 1 month. Lupin continues to seek out the truth behind the terrorist attacks. Victor and Impy both remain in London to search for something. One thing that has changed is that Saint Germain has moved back to France. He gave his mansion to us, saying it was a token of appreciation for all the fun memories we'd given him. Of course, we told him we couldn't possibly accept such a huge gift. But he told us to just stay here then, and look after the mansion until he returned later. But
That's odd.
just as Saint Germain left, for some reason, I feel that Lupin, Impy, and Victor will eventually depart from the mansion. After losing Van Helsing, I've lost sight of my purpose and remain here idly counting the days as they go by.
AC, do you remember when you asked me to come to this mansion to live with the rest of you? Yes. I don't know about the others, but I intend to stay by your side until you've had your fill of me. You don't need to force yourself to stay. There's nothing forced about it. You and that man saved me. I want to return the favor.
A breeze blows in through the open windows. The curtains sway gently, the wind carrying scents of the forest and sounds of birdsong. I have an idea. I open my mouth just a little, simply going along with an impulse.
Hey, Deli. If you want... What is it? Would you like to go to Van Helsing's hometown? I'm sure his family's graves are there, so I want to offer some flowers. I want to tell his family about him. You're going outside? Yes. I want to leave the mansion. I see. All right, let's go ahead with the preparations before you change your mind. It would make for a good change of pace for you, if nothing else. I'm sure that man will never be able to rest in peace if you're so depressed all the time. You're right.
I nod and look out the window. The sky is clear, and the day's warmth is peaceful. It's as if someone is telling me, in his usual annoyed voice, to stop shutting myself in already and go outside.
Besides, AC, you're not supposed to just stay inside all the time. Remember, you're poison.
You'll murder people. And another one fills in.
Even though that was only the normal end.
Even though that was... I guess you just need a non-bad ending.
Yes. As long as you hit an ending, I guess. But we still have one more ending to get today.
because we're out next week, or I'm out next week, so we gotta do all of the Van Helsing route.
We gotta do
and-
all of it?
today.
All of it? Are we going extra long?
Well, we gotta finish off the last bit for the good end.
Guess we're going extra long.
We're at an hour and a half right now. We can skip through, I think, mostly everything from here.
If I remember
until-
what the skip button is.
You can just look it up under button configuration.
It is the Y button. Well, I guess we're protesting.
Yes. No, Van Helsing, you're wrong!
I look directly into his eyes.
You're important, and that's why I want to stay close to you. This is my decision and nobody else's. I'm more afraid of losing you by letting you go off on your own than I am of dying. That's why I came after you. To stay close to you and to tell you how I feel.
Why? Why would you go so far as to...
We left the whole sadness to come back to other
Sadness!
prior sadness.
Ah, yes, the sadness
When
with
he
the
nearly
sadness.
blew her head off, but instead blew up the entire wall around her instead.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful, 100%. And AC is faithful, 100%. I love you. Truly love you.
Love.
I was thinking about it for a while. What the feelings I have for you are. I finally understand. If I had to give them a name, love is the most accurate. I'll say it as many times as I need to, Van Helsing. I love you. That's why I want to stay with you. No matter how dangerous it is where you're going, the only place I want to be is at your side.
Don't make this more difficult for me than it already is. I have no right to happiness. Van Helsing looks more lachrymose and fragile than I'd ever seen him before. Cheers to the only reason I know how to pronounce that word? Series of unfortunate events. Van Helsing.
Not the song Lacrimosa,
Never heard of it.
or then the Evanescence song Lacrimosa.
Never heard of it. Sorry, Lake Lachrymose, more important.
Uh-huh. I should get more coffee, actually. While we're at a relatively... Well, I'll wait for the end of this scene, and then you
Van
can start
Helsing-
skipping, and I'll go get coffee.
Van Helsing lets me go and quietly turns away, speaking a completely different tone than his previous shouting. When this fight is over, I'll disappear once and for all. I owe you a great deal, AC. Thank you for loving someone like me. I watch him as he slowly begins to walk away.
Van Helsing, wait!
I think I can start skipping now.
I think you can, but we could just hit.
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna get coffee.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There's deli. Uh-huh. There's the whole deli scene. Yep, yep, yep. Uh-huh. Yep. We did this already? Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, you're just a hidden strength monkey. Bible verses. Yep, yep, yep. Van Helsing's evil. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, get ready to die, Alistair. Yep. Alistair now dies. Rip. Uh-huh. Van Helsing's about to kill us. Yep. And it stops right here. Wow, that was a lot. That was like an entire stream's worth. Because that was like the ending of last stream. Up to now. Or up to like 10 minutes ago. Whoo boy. Hope everybody's having fun. Or they're not having fun because they're too busy crying. All hail the skip button! Yes, all hail the skip button! It is the most powerful thing we have. Oh my gosh. Hope you're having, or hope you had a good weekend, Malik. Since it is Monday for you. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba, da.
Oh, hey, we're back at a pretty CG.
Yeah, it literally.
Tragedy. I'll hail the skip button.
Yeah, it literally skipped all the way to this ...
Mm-hmm.
Which I was just like, wow, that was a stream's worth of skipping.
It literally was.
And then when we begin next route, glad it's over more. Like, work sucks! Oof. Well, yes,
That has followed me in.
glad your weekend's over then. So you don't have to deal with terrible work. And then next time when we start up and when we start pressing the skip button, it's going to be multiple weeks worth of skipping.
Yes. ... Van Helsing? Van Helsing!
I call out to him and shake his shoulder, but he doesn't respond. He isn't moving, and then I understand... I can't form any words. The emotion filling my heart overflows, spilling out of my eyes in the form of tears of misery and sorrow. I pay no attention to the tears dripping from my eyes as my wail of lament echoes through the empty hall.
Ah!
Oh!
I scared Mog.
Sorry? I hit A because it didn't move, and then I hit A again. Also good. Scaring Mog. Funny.
That's not funny. You shouldn't scare cats for fun, except the times when I kind sort of do.
You're hurting my eyes. Or my ears. Ugh.
Yes, I'm hurting your eyes with screaming.
Hey, if you scream loud enough, maybe.
What?
I was just snoring. There's no need to shout. Right in my ear. Are you trying to deafen me?
Van Helsing?
The power of love brings him back! What?
Van Helsing. The power of saying Van Helsing 20 times. I would love a counter for how many times I had to just say Van Helsing as its own line.
Oh my gosh. Please, I'm not doing that when these get uploaded eventually. I'm not doing that. I kind of want to do it, but I'm not doing that.
That requires you to watch through all of this.
Yeah.
I already know you're not doing that.
I said what?
Van Helsing!
Ah! I lunge forward to hug him. His body is very warm.
alive! You're alive, Van Helsing!
Then don't kill me now. Go easy on me. I'm wounded.
I'm so glad.
Hmm?
I'm so glad you're alive.
I'm sorry.
I can't believe you did that. I thought you were really dead.
I was prepared to face death, but you made such a ruckus that I couldn't help but wake up.
You screamed him awake.
You screamed him back to life!
Look how cute he looks in this, though.
Oh,
He's such a sweet smile.
It is, oh my gosh. You've always been getting in my way.
Would you rather be dead?
Yeah, kinda. But no. For so long, I've been hurting you and causing you heartache. I couldn't just leave you here crying and take off on my own. Besides, I haven't told you the most important thing yet.
What's the most important thing?
Yes. What was it I was about to tell you earlier? He hugs me tightly, not paying any heed to his wounds.
He said, then don't kill me now, and then did the reverse.
I will not forget my crimes. I'll never let them drag me down again. I want to be with you. He quietly tells me his one true wish. His body temperature has returned to normal. Ah, the power of the Philosopher's Stone brought him back to life.
No.
I understand. Even though we aren't touching directly, I can feel the strength of Van Helsing's feeling in my body.
No, we've been over this just now. It was the power.
I'm screaming.
Van Helsing!
Shut up, my ears hurt.
Van Helsing! Van Helsing! Oh god, yeah, I know my name. Shut the fuck up, alright?
Call me Abraham.
Please don't, actually. It's kind of traumatic now. I finally caught up. You were always running from me. It wasn't fair.
This is supposed to be like such a sweet scene and we're like just ruining it.
Yes,
Oh.
but I kept my mouth shut during the crying part earlier.
Which is
so
impressive.
that I could make you cry. Ha
I know. To make up for everything, let me tell you again and again, thank you for coming after me. AC, I love you. More than all the hatred and regret I've piled up in my heart. I love you. The dawn finally breaks. After a long, long night.
Now we get the credits.
Now we get the credits.
And then there's the epilogue.
I was waiting for the epilogue and then the credits, and so when the credits came on, I was like jolted, like, this is jarring.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Because if we did the good ends first, I think actually what happens is we hit the end, we get the credits, we get the epilogue, then we get the piece.
Wait, who's Omnibus?
Don't worry about it.
I'm worrying about it!
Don't worry about it. You can't look at every name in the credits, okay? It's spoilers. So don't worry about it.
I'm gonna forget by like 3 weeks from now anyway, so. This game like stabbing me in the heart repeatedly.
Now that we've finished this, I can go and play the epilogue whole epilogue route thing.
In that like sequel, not sequel thingy.
Yeah, I'm very much like because we did Impy's route, right?
Yeah.
And like there's a moment there where her poison fails and
Yes.
they like touch whatever.
Yes.
But otherwise it's basically like it doesn't have to be physical to do
It
well.
doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't.
That's one of the things I really like for Code Realize for our stream in particular is that like physical touch and physical attraction is sort of necessarily taken out as a factor
And
most of the time.
And I mean, they still they hug
yeah,
but like it's not like
that like the sexual attractions.
yeah, yeah,
is not a factor. You know, they can have all the romantic and all of that. And it doesn't it's very good at like demonstrating like, look, we just had an entire route where they could never touch skin to skin.
never. The only time she touches somebody's skin it was when she was trying to burn his neck off.
Yep. ... Welcome home, Cece. Hey, stop running around so much. Calm down a little.
Despite what I tell him, I can't help but play with him a bit. Cece rubs up against my legs and I gently lift him up.
Helsing's late. He should have been home by now. It's fine. I can host it alone.
And I didn't have to voice Impy once today.
Uh-huh. Just because we've been living together for a while, being apart for a little bit won't make me lonely or anything. I miss him. Hope he comes back soon.
And to think you sent me off with a smile just this morning.
Look, didn't you know that in happy endings for Van Helsing, Impy's not there? Also for sad endings for Van Helsing, I guess Impy's still not there.
Boop! Oh man, the soundboard is having a delay.
Van Helsing! When did you get back?
Just now. Come on, we've only been apart for a few hours. There's no need to be so sad about it.
Yeah, really. I can't help it. I was really lonely. Everybody else seems to have moved out of the house and I'm alone and I don't go out and make new friends or anything.
And after living in a home alone for 2 years, being alone for a few hours is unnerving.
Look, just because she lived in that house for 2 years doesn't mean she was living. She was kind of just curled up in a ball for like 2 years, remember?
There's no avoiding it. Work is work. Although, it was stiff work as usual. Being social was never really my thing.
Is it boring?
Of course. Any place is boring when you weren't there with me.
That's not exactly what I was asking. Oh, but why are you dressed like that? I thought you were supposed to attend in your official uniform.
Wait, this isn't my official uniform? With that? It was uncomfortable. I changed out of it right after I was finished.
No, his official uniform has him dressed the same way as all the Royal Guard people, maybe?
Mmm.
Can you imagine Van Helsing?
With the honeycomb? Oh my gosh.
Technically, he was gonna enlist in the military, so
Yeah.
he was gonna be in that same, like, military uniform as
Oh my
everyone
gosh.
else.
Van Helsing with the honeycombs. Oh, that's wonderful. I feel like I need to see somebody draw that. Oh. You look disappointed.
I wonder if someone has drawn it. I mean, I don't know how active the fandom for this game is.
That's a good question.
That's not true.
Dot.
maybe it's a little true. I wanted to see you in your honeycomb uniform.
I appreciate the honesty. We just didn't want to have the artists make another sprite. It's already been a month. Alistair's death brought an end to the Azoth cases. And because Azoth himself murdered Finis, the cases involving Twilight came to a close as well. With that, our lives changed a great deal as well. Victor and Impy are based in London, but are going around everywhere searching for a precious item they've been chasing after. Lupin is seeking the truth behind the terrorist attacks while he helps the other two out. Saint Germain, the owner of this mansion, has temporarily returned to France, saying he had important business to take care of. That's why the only ones living here at the moment are Van Helsing and myself. And Cece. It's my job to look after the mansion until Saint Germain's return. Deli should have been here as well, but...
How is Deli doing?
Annoying as always. He needs to learn how to act more like a member of royalty like the member of royalty he is. Still, his hard work is slowly paying off day by day.
See, I hope he's able to succeed at the goal he set for himself.
Deli is not at the mansion right now. He says that he needs to provide a safe haven for the dispossessed vampires and create a place that they can live in peace. However, it would be impossible to cut off all contact with humans. So it seems that he's been showing up from time to time at political or social events as a representative of the vampires.
Is Deli surprised that you were attending as a guest?
No, yes. When he saw me, his jaw almost dropped to the floor. Or through the floor, whatever. And as for Van Helsing, didn't expect to be treated like an actual guest when I'm merely a bodyguard. He has been providing protection for Marquis Renfield, who acts as a mediating diplomat between the vampires and humans. Marquis Renfield was invited to a goodwill mixer. Van Helsing, as his bodyguard, was invited along as well. That's how it happened.
Van Helsing, would you take me with you next time? I'll work hard to learn the proper etiquette. I want to see Deli again. And I definitely want to see you in your formal uniform.
I can't let you do that.
Why not?
I can only imagine that the sight of your beauty in a fine gown would only attract unwanted attention from lowlives.
I think you're blowing this out of proportion.
I am not. You need to be more aware of the effect you have on others.
Come on, you lived with a bunch of guys and every single one of them had a crush on you.
Every single one of them!
And there are different routes in which you date every single one of them.
Uh-huh!
Alas, no poly route.
No poly route.
Though I guess it'd be hard for AC to share between Van Helsing and Impy, perhaps.
Oh, that would be hilarious, though.
Lupin just makes off with her while they fight.
It's my turn.
Victor just stands there like, guys, Lupin's leaving with her.
Guys?
Saint Germain's just like, lol, this is funny.
This is hilarious.
This is funny, I'll get my turn later. You're completely blowing this out of proportion.
I'm telling you, I'm not... But I'll get in touch with that bratty little king for you. Don't sulk like that. I have something else in mind instead. He hands me a paper bag. Why don't we get dressed up for a two-person party, just for ourselves? Once we climb up here, we'll have arrived. Just hang on tight until I've pulled you all the way up.
All right, I will. But Van Helsing, you said we were going to throw a party? I don't think there's anything beyond here. And we're both dressed like this.
Just trust me. I'm going to lift you up.
Whoa!
I've been going to various parts of London on work-related matters.
Van Helsing in a suit.
Van Helsing in a suit?
And Daisy in a cute dress.
Yeah! Oh my
Really
gosh!
super cute.
This is all great CG. Holy crap!
Yeah. Good end CG.
Oh my
Woo!
gosh! Ooh. But I feel that this place is the most beautiful. How do you like it? Isn't it the best view you've ever seen?
Yes. It's beautiful.
The stars sparkle in the clear, calm night sky. The countless lights of London spread out like a carpet beneath our feet. Soft music rises gently in the air, provided courtesy of an event taking place on the grounds of Buckingham Palace below. There's probably no party more beautiful, or as luxurious.
Won't they be mad if we enter without permission?
If they catch on to us, we'll just run. Ah, glad I didn't take you to that gala today after all. I couldn't bear to let other men behold such beauty. I must repay Victor for his great kindness in preparing this dress.
You should have told me you were having a dress made.
That would have ruined the surprise. You're still limited in what you can go, or where you can go because of the poison in your body. Till I've released you from this curse, I want you to experience and enjoy as many things as possible.
Thank you, Van Helsing. But I'm happy just being with you.
I feel much the same way. But I'm still a man.
And you...
I'll stop at nothing till I'm able to give my beloved all the love she deserves.
What do you mean?
You'll find out eventually. So
Okay, guys, stop making it weird.
cries and guy.
Anyway, so everybody, asexual men are valid.
So for now, let me love you in all the possible ways I know how. Won't you please dance with me, my dear? For this one night on this dreamlike dance floor.
It'd be my pleasure. Not just tonight. No matter how many times we see the sun rise and set, we'll always be together, Van Helsing.
I won't leave him. I won't run. No matter what blame we face or who thinks it's unfair, the two of us will go through life together, carrying our past sins with us, hoping that finding happiness while we remember the past will help us to atone for the things that we've done. Wow. Van Helsing's extra scenario has been unlocked.
Did we go through extra scenarios?
No, what are the extra scenarios?
I think it's just like an extra scene thing.
I don't think we did that for MP.
Go to the memory check.
I'm like, I don't think we did. Go to...
No, I've never seen this.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Well, we're at 2 hours now.
Oh
so
my
we could-
gosh, this is adorable.
Yeah, they have like an extra scene thing.
I love how Impy looks though.
He's adorable.
He's so adorable.
So is Van. With this
Oh.
giant ass gun.
I also just love how in the hair it's written Van and Impy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Not Van Helsing, just Van.
Yeah. Well, I think in Japanese they might just call him Van. I'm not sure.
Ah.
Because if you have the voices on, I think they sometimes just say Van rather than constantly being like Van Helsing, Van Helsing, Van Helsing, Van Helsing, Van Helsing, Van Helsing. I think they just say. I think like Lupin and all just call him Van for short.
Okay.
I don't remember super well, but I think that's how they did it.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, van. Not a car, not a limo, a van.
But he hits like a truck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think we ever came into here, so we definitely
That
didn't
makes sense. I think we were trying to get through impies.
Yeah.
We could probably wait till we finish all of them.
That's
and
what
then
that's actually what
do
I
a
was thinking.
separate Of
Do a-
all of the
Yeah.
extra.
Uh-huh. That's
Mhm.
exactly what I was thinking. Like, why don't we wait until we get all 5 and then we can just do like a stream that's literally just, hey, let's go through these. Let's
Mhm.
wrap everything up with whatever these extra scenarios are.
The final.
Oh, that was so much.
Was a lot. Oh, we have
Ooh, still missing an image.
Hmm.
We have
we might have more background music unlocked now.
oh, we're still, oh, I guess they're with Lupin.
I think so. I mean, I could double check, but I believe the last one is Lupin route.
I mean, that would make sense why both Van
Yeah.
Helsing and Impy both are missing the final one.
Considering we did all the endings, yes.
Oh, that 25. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
19 for Impy. 23. Jeez. Let's see what music we have. Any? We're still missing one.
Mm.
Whatever that one is.
I don't remember if that's from Lupin route only.
It more than likely is it. That or, like, very specific to one of the other two we don't have, which would be strange.
Mhm.
But,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lupin's route is the true end since it sort of ties together everything. But I have my favorites, and Lupin's not one of them.
darn, none of them are really named after Van Helsing.
It's really blurry, so it's hard for me to tell.
Well, it's not Guardian of Rebirth, Bustling London Town, Fun Tea Party, Sounds of the Setting
Not Fun Tea Party? What?
Sounds of the Setting Sun, Beside You This Evening. It's not Drunk Inventor or Gentleman Thief or Poisonous Girl.
I guess Absolute Evil is.
Or Noble Hunting
Yeah.
Dog?
Oh. Can you play it?
Oh, no. Well,
No.
no.
I don't think that's Van Helsing specifically.
You might not have.
It might be in reference to him, actually.
It could be.
In that way that, like, the Impy one gets played in other situations.
It's
as well,
little-
just 'cause
it's-
the right vibe.
It's literally the, like, here's the comedy one.
Yeah. Comedic relief time. We haven't heard it at all today.
Oh, wait, okay, comedy relief. Thank y'all for joining.
Thanks for crying with us.
We'll be back.
I'll be on tomorrow streaming at 1 p.m. Pacific with Mango, my roommate, who is also Ace and Indian, so that we can do a special Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month stream playing Rakuen. Sharky might join. He hasn't decided yet.
We'll see how tomorrow is.
So that's 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Very, very early Australia.
Yes.
Like, Melik is asleep Australia.
Probably, but that's what VODs are for.
That's what VODs are for.
And that's what the archive channel is eventually for.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I should plug the archive channel.
Need to get more up.
E.
But yeah.
And then we'll be back again Wednesday, where Sharky should definitely be on. For
We'll see. Maybe I'll just decide not to show up.
Okay, Sharky is definitely supposed to be there, but might just like nap over sleep, and then we'll not do
I'll
it.
probably miss it, but I'll see you guys next time. It's no problem.
Yeah, it's okay. It's time zones.
Time zones.
It's always time zones. But since tomorrow is a holiday, and also it's the end of the month because I procrastinated too hard on doing this, I'm squeezing in AAPI month content for one stream only. And then it'll be Pride Month!
And then it'll be Pride Month. And we have no idea what we're doing.
We're mostly just playing the games we're already playing.
But we'll see you next time.
Bye.